In the quiet hollow beyond the hawthorn fence, where mist clung to tree roots like forgotten lullabies, lived an exiled girl named Tira. She had one eye the color of cold sky, and one that burned like a dying ember. The villagers whispered about that eye, and the way the wind stilled when she walked by. They said she raised the dead. That she played songs on a flute made from bone. All of it was true. But they never saw how she raised them. Tira lived alone in a cottage mossed over with age, at the edge of the gravewood. There, she played her flute, soft, aching notes that wound through the trees. When she played, flowers bloomed from graves, blue blossoms that shimmered faintly in the dusk. The dead did not rise to haunt. They rose to rest. Each spirit left behind a whisper, a regret, a lullaby unfinished. Tira listened to them all. She believed remembering was a kind of healing. One winter, she left a bloom and a sprig of wintermint on a child's grave. She didn't know the child's sister was watching. Her name was Elsbeth, and she was quiet, the way brave children often are. She once cradled a dying sparrow until spring. She remembered the strange girl and the flower that bloomed in snow. So when a grey fever swept through the village and took her mother's voice, Elsbeth did not pray. She followed the flute song into the woods. She found Tira kneeling by an old stone, her flute resting in her lap. "My brother's flower still grows," Elsbeth said, voice hushed. "Mama's sick. The healer's gone. Please." Tira blinked. Her heart ached like a long-forgotten chord. "I vowed not to return," she whispered, more to herself than the girl. "But for your please, I will." She brewed the cure from frost leaf and blackroot. She called upon a healer's spirit, gentle, wise, who taught her the ancient mixture. Her flute kept the ghost steady. She worked through the night, the lantern casting long shadows. At dawn, she handed Elsbeth a warm jar. But before the girl could leave, the villagers arrived. "She's taken the child," cried one. "Witchcraft. She's helping," Elsbeth shouted, shielding the jar. They saw the bone flute. They saw the mismatched eyes. "Back, witch." Tira stepped forward, calm as grave soil. "Give this to the sick. That's all I ask." No one thanked her. But when the fever broke, and breath returned to lips that had paled, they said no more. Days passed. Then weeks. And then each grave in the village began to bloom. Soft blue flowers rose from the soil, not frightening, just remembered. Someone left a loaf and a wool scarf on the fence post. Another brought a lantern. No one asked her to return. But they never rebuilt the fence. Each year, on her brother's day, Elsbeth returned with a flute carved from ashwood and silver vine. She and Tira played a duet for the dead. And the dead listened kindly.